Have you ever wondered what Italian people order at an Italian restaurant? It's probably not just like pizza and chicken parmesan, right?
Definitely not.
Not at all.
Chicken parm? Oh no!
Nah, no way.
I didn't think so. Lucky for me, 5 of my subscribers, Eleonora, Federica, Anna, Nicola, and Vera, agreed to help me order off of an Italian menu a little bit more like a local. And the food is here. Let's see what they picked.
Hello everyone, my name is Federica. I was born and raised in Italy. The first dish is Carciofi alla Romana, which means artichokes Roman style. It's a really simple dish made with artichokes, parsley, mint, salt and pepper, and olive oil. My grandma used to make this by covering all the artichokes in the pan with a paper bag. And it was like a way of steaming and not letting the artichokes get too dry while cooking. They're really easy to do, but at the same time, they're really tasty.
Artichokes are one of my all-time favorite foods, and I know that they're not common all around the world. For example, I know that Regis' first artichoke was with me, and I was really excited. I was like, this is how you eat it. And he was like, this seems like a lot of work. And it is, but it's worth it. This is my first time though having a breaded heart. Like I've had it with the whole thing, but never just the middle. Ooh, this is gonna be really good. Should have gotten a knife, whatever. Live, laugh, love. Wow. The center of an artichoke heart has this beautiful texture that's a little bit crunchy and soft, and the flavor is very difficult to describe. It is entirely its own thing. I think that an artichoke tastes like an artichoke, which is, it's like, that's not helpful, but it's like a very delicate flavor. And when you add something crunchy and spice, like these breadcrumbs have a lot of flavor in them, it's harmonious. There's a sauce that this came with, but I'm not like such a big fan of really creamy sauces with artichokes in general, just because I'm a stan for the actual flavor of the artichoke. I'm like, you don't need anything, girl. You are the star. Oftentimes when I go out for Italian food, I tend to just like go straight for the pastas, and I'm just like, whatever, appetizers, get out of my way. I want the noodles. But this is definitely a dish that if you like artichokes, like find a way to order this and don't go straight for the pastas, because this is fab. And it's great for sharing. Everybody doesn't need their own heart. I mean, I could eat this whole thing myself, but like, this is a good share.
Hi, my name is Nicola, and I am born and raised in Rome, Italy.
I am Vera. I was born in Castellammare di Stabia, a town between Naples and Sorrento, but I've been living in Rome together with Nico for 15 years now.
My name is Anna, and I'm from a small town in northern Italy near Lake Garda. From the fried selection, I chose for you to try the mozzarella in carrozza.
That means mozzarella in a carriage. This is a typical dish from the Neapolitan area, and it consists of slices of mozzarella enclosed in 2 slices of bread that acts as a carriage.
Once you pull away the cheese and it has the stringy cheese, those should represent the harness that goes around the horse when you're going on the carriage.
I always found the name of this dish deeply poetic, and I loved the mix of crunchy and soft texture.
I think it's a staple in a lot of families, or when you go out with friends, you're gonna get the mozzarella in carrozza as a snack, and I think you're gonna enjoy them, because who doesn't like fried food?
I mean, to me, this is just a square mozzarella stick. I'm not mad about it. Ugh. If you like mozzarella cheese and you like bread, let me tell you about this amazing dish. There are certain things that certain cultures have just nailed down. The Italians got the best cheese, you know? Like, oh my God. Adding some fresh tomatoes with this. It's a poetic dish for sure. I don't know if that's because of the name or just because melted cheese is like one of the best food groups, but I love it. I don't know if that's gonna be a surprising reveal. It is interesting though that like you can see in the dish that it is these 2 pieces of bread, like the crust that remained because I ate it so quickly, but instead of like the mozzarella stick that I'm used to, which is just like a breaded piece of cheese. I do like the bread on the outside and just the big slab of cheese in the middle. It's a nice change of pace. I will say though that one of my favorite childhood memories is of going to like the local pizza restaurant and ordering mozzarella sticks as an appetizer to my pizza, because that makes sense. Yeah, let's keep going. This so far this has been very breaded and I'm here for it.
My name is Eleonora and I live by Lake Como in northern Italy. From the side dishes, I've chosen Caponata for you to try, which is a mix of vegetables. Typically there are bell peppers, aubergines, zucchini, potatoes,
and also vinegar. This gives to the dish a very distinctive, although well-balanced, sweet and sour flavor, which is typical of Sicily and not so common to find in the rest of Italy.
In a departure from breaded, we have like the most vegetable-y vegetable dish ever. And it's crazy, like you can see all of the different vegetables in this, from the onions to the peppers to the eggplant. Oh, yum. There's a natural sweetness to this dish, and I do think some of it is coming from the onions, but maybe some of it's just coming from like the caramelization of the eggplant and the peppers. This is, oh, I got bread. This really does taste kind of like an end of summer harvest type of salad. It's just like a celebration of vegetables, which I love. Have I ever had this before? I don't think I have. I think this is one of those dishes that like when looking at a menu, would I be like, oh, yeah, I want that? I don't think so, especially not at an Italian restaurant where, like I said earlier, I literally push people out of my way to get to the pasta section of the menu. So I probably glossed right past this. And this is fab. This also seems like something that you could probably make really easily at home. This does seem like it would be really good with pasta. Like it would be really good. If you're somebody who loves eggplants, I think that this is a dish that you should definitely check out. The eggplants have like a meaty texture in all of this, but the peppers kind of round it out, so it's not like you're just eating like a big plate of eggplant. Everything is working really, really well. It's almost as if the Italians know what they're doing in the kitchen.
From the fritti selection, I chose the sarde, which is a small tiny fish that is enjoyed all over Italy.
This dish reminds me a lot of my granddad, who loved to cook this dish in his terrace with his portable grill. Make sure you have 2 pieces of bread and a slice of lemon. Have it like a sandwich. This is one of the best combination in my opinion.
I'm a bit of a picky eater when it comes to elements of fish, so I do tend to leave maybe the tail out, but there are some people who do eat the whole fish.
These are bigger than I thought they would be. Like in my mind, I think I thought they were gonna be more like anchovy size. Like this is a fish. I'm also a little bit anxious about bones, but oh, okay. Are the bones just like so soft that I can just eat them, I guess? Let's put you on some bread, fishy fish. I don't think I've ever had a fried sardine, have I? Yeah, that's great. I do really like sardines. I had sardines for my first time on this show, and since then, I've actually bought them in tomato sauce in cans, and I really, really like them. I think mentally, I'm like, what about the bones? Because like, as a kid, eating fish, I feel like my parents were always like, oh, Beryl, you don't want to eat a fish bone. Like, you do not want to eat a fish bone. And now I'm just scared of fish bones. But these are, no, like this is like hair. These are, well, you probably don't want that in your throat though. They said that you can eat the tail. Oh, it's just like a little shrimp tail. Man. Oh, okay. I feel like I'm like a child discovering things. This just seems to come off the spine so easily. Doesn't this kind of look like a cartoon trash can fish that like cats would eat and they'd be like, gulp, gulp, gulp. Anyway, can I eat the head? I guess I could eat everything. Let's try some fish cheeks. There's not much meat in the head, to be honest. I feel like the heads of other fishes are better. It's got like a very, very soft flavor. This is not a fishy fish. This is like, it's a tender fish. Come here, spine, get off. Okay, it doesn't matter. The bones are fine. The bones are fine. The bones are fine. The bones are fine. Yeah, okay, the bones are fine. They're just like kind of freaking me out to see them. Oh, if I had a glass of white wine right now, oh, that'd be great. You guys were so close to getting the pasta. I'm really excited. Next dish.
From the salads, I have chosen Insalata di Finocchi Arance for you to try, which is a salad made of fennels and oranges. It's super refreshing.
It is a typical winter salad since its main ingredients are in season during the winter.
I personally love it, and it also convinced even my husband, who's a fennel hater. It's really, really good.
Despite the simplicity of its ingredients, the taste is very complex.
I am a very big fan of fennel, and I've definitely had this salad before. I love how crunchy fennel is raw, and when you cook it, it still retains the crunch, but the flavor changes ever so slightly. Raw fennel has that kind of very slight black licorice taste, but I don't like black licorice, like let that be known. I do really like the flavor of it in fennel. Combined with citrus also, it's like the most perfect pairing of salt and oil and citrus and fennel. I also think that this is kind of nice. It almost acts a little bit as like a refresher. I've just had a lot of heavy flavors. I feel like I'm getting the reset for the pasta course. I feel like I'm not eating this very gracefully on camera. Every time I put it in my mouth, there's like fennel hanging out. It's just kind of, you know, these are big pieces. And that's okay. It's just like, it doesn't look so great on camera when you're like, I'm taking a bite. I'm gonna take a bite. Anyway, if you're somebody who's like, I really don't like black licorice, like me, don't write off a raw fennel salad or fennel in general because of its association with that flavor. It's really good. You don't want to miss out on it. Yeah, that's my PSA. Pasta!
From the pasta selection, I chose the Tagliatelle alla Ragù di Cinghiale for you to try. It's just tagliatelle, so the fresh pasta, together with a wild boar bolognese. It's not your average bolognese sauce. This one is a bit more particular because it is made with wild boar, which I think it's a very important ingredient of the culinary tradition of Tuscany. I think the wild boar just gives this dish a very warm and cozy taste, which kind of makes you feel like winter, like having dinner with your family near a fireplace. Whenever I see it in a menu, I know that that restaurant means good. I just link it with cozy traditions and family.
This pasta smells freaking good. Ugh! I love a wild boar ragu. I don't mean to be that girl who's like, my husband, like Rudget really loves a wild boar ragu. Anytime it's on the menu, he's like, well, that's what I'm getting. Like, I don't know if you guys do this with your partners, but like we like to play the game of like, what is the other one going to order? And like, if that's ever on the menu, I'm like, that's what you're getting. Ooh, God, these noodles look good. All the pasta from this place was homemade, so I was really excited that this was the one that got picked. I can't, it's like hard to, without the spoon, I feel like an idiot. Oh my God. Wow. Even for delivery, this pasta is cooked really, really well. I was worried it might be a little too squishy, but it's actually still al dente, which is really nice. Ooh, this sauce. Because there's like truffle. I was like, what is this little flavor enhancer? There's truffle on this, like shaved bits of truffle on it. God, pasta just like feel it inside your body, you know? When you eat it, you just like, even if you're crying and sad, eating a bowl of pasta, it's still better than not eating the bowl of pasta when you're sad. I think in general, I'm not usually somebody who gets meat sauces. I usually like getting like white wine sauces or seafood pastas. This ragu is like really, really nice though, and I can see why this was recommended. I think one of the interesting things about Italian food is all of the different shapes and types of pastas and how they're all used. And not to plug a video that I have made, but I did a video with a pasta expert and she talks to us about all these different shapes of pastas and the correct way to eat them, meaning like the right types of sauces to eat them with. I'll show you a little clip, but then I'm also leaving a link in the description so you can watch the whole thing. It's a very interesting video and I honestly learned a lot. This is a lot of pasta, honestly. And like, okay, so when the delivery came, hold on. I had to just show you how many people they thought that this food was for. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Party of 6, party of 1. I was a little upset that nobody recommended a cannoli because cannolis are honestly my favorite food. But I'm also like actually really full from all of this and like I feel like a cannoli would be wasted on me right now because I would just be going through the motions, but emotionally, I don't know if I would really be there. Italian food to me is definitely not known for being the best like leftovers type of cuisine. I do think that the caponata is gonna be very good leftover, but like 3-day-old pasta, like, you know, that's not really the vibe. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of sharing with all this food, but man, what a feast today was. So delicious. I feel like I definitely got introduced to some new dishes. I'm beyond satisfied and happy. Asha has been waiting so patiently for me to finish. She's like, come on, give me some of that pasta. Asha, I'm not gonna give you any. Look over there. Asha. She's like making such direct eye contact with me. It's been very aggressive. I hope that this video has inspired you to try some new Italian dishes next time you go out to eat. Don't forget that everything that I ordered is in the description along with everything else that everybody recommended. Thank you to everybody who helped me out and let me know in the comments what other cuisines would you like to see in this delivery series. In the meantime, here are 2 more episodes of the show to keep you entertained and I will see you all in my next episode.